The dramatic rescue of that young woman snatched off the street in Philadelphia. We're learning more about the kidnapper and how police found Carlisha Freeland Gaither. ABC's Mara Schiavocampo has the story.
Gone in 30 seconds, found in 72 hours. Police say immediately after being snatched off this Philadelphia street and stuffed into this car, the fast-thinking 22-year-old nurse smashed out the back window with a hammer she found in the back seat and even hit her alleged abductor, Delvin Barnes, in the head with it. Then, despite being subdued, police say she threw her cell phone out of the car so authorities would know her identity. While in captivity, police say Carlisha gave Barnes her ATM card and PIN number, hoping it would lead police to her. And it did. Barnes was captured on surveillance video using the ATM card at a bank. It turns out Barnes's car was fitted with a GPS device like this one that allows auto dealers and lenders to keep tabs on customers with poor credit. Authorities using it to find Barnes in this mall parking lot. As agents approached, we've learned Barnes climbed from the back seat to the front, trying to flee. That's when agents surrounded the car and moved in, rescuing Carlisha.
She was in a state of shock and hysteria.
When the surveillance images were released, police in Virginia recognized Barnes as their prime suspect in another kidnapping. Now, the preacher's son, seen here for the first time since his arrest, is in Virginia, moved overnight to face charges in the other kidnapping, including attempted capital murder in connection with a 16-year-old girl he allegedly kidnapped and tortured last month before she managed to escape. He also has a 2005 conviction related to an attack on his estranged wife.
He's a vicious predator. He's off the streets, and hopefully he'll be in jail for the rest of his life.
Police say Carlisha has only minor physical injuries.
She's home, she's resting, and, we just want to move on.
For Good Morning America, Mara Schiavocampo, ABC News, Philadelphia.
Thanks to Mara for that. Now let's bring in Dan Abrams. Boy, Carlisha did a lot to help herself, but also some terrific police work.
Terrific police work, terrific help from ordinary citizens. I mean, you're talking about linking up potato chips, receipts, surveillance video, and then finally ending up with a used car dealer who had actually put a GPS on the car and could flip it on and find out exactly where he was. But let's keep in mind, the reason they were able to put those pieces together is because of really good police work and a lot of help from people calling in tips.
On the other hand, there were some gaps here as well. This guy, Delvin Barnes, had quite a record.
Well, and there are real questions about this Virginia case, right? Because on October 3rd, they take a DNA sample. You don't get the match until October 28th. That's not anyone's fault, but that's a problem with the system. We need to have a better system where it can take less than 3 weeks to get back that kind of result. Because it took that long to figure out this is the guy. We have him in our system. Number two, on October 28th, when they are then able to identify him, why wasn't there an all-out bulletin put out saying, we need to find this guy? Now, the authorities may say we didn't want to tip him off. They may have answers to that. But those are two really important questions, I think, that need to be asked.
I think a lot of people would be surprised to know that a used car dealer who sold someone a car could actually turn on the GPS.
It's amazing. But you know what's interesting? It sounds like the authorities knew that that was a real possibility with people with bad credit, that they often do it because they've got payments to make over time. And they say, well, bad credit here. I'm worried that we're going to need to repossess this car, so I'm going to need to know where it is. The authorities knew about that, asked that specific question of the used car dealer so that they could then flip this on and find him within minutes.
And it all came together.
Amazing story the way they pieced this together.
When you think about the team effort like you guys are talking about, I mean, good old-fashioned police work, then social media, the new wave, and then Carlisha having the sense to, hey, here's my ATM and here's my PIN, knowing that they'd be able to track it, and answer to a lot of prayers.
Absolutely.
Perfect.